man.
All right, we got him.
We like to apologize.
For what?
To absolutely no one. The two-time champ does absolutely fucking nothing. Made In Chafford podcast episode 206. I am two Demz. The real is back. The real is back.
Come on.
I am him and Neutron in the flesh. The best member of the dancing. The best member of the dancing.
You might as well call it the dancing.
The best member of the Dark Skin Society. DK, Damson Idris, watch your back. It's me. I have to do. If you still don't know who it is, please do your Googles. I have to tell you every week, but I'm gonna pass it to my partner.
Cole Sanusi, Don Cooler in the building, the one and only.
Facts.
AKA LL Coolins, AKA C Note, AKA Hollywood Cole.
Yes, sir.
We here. Coming for your left ear, your right ear, surround sound, smart speakers, portable speakers, you name it, we dare. Episode 206. Let's get it.
What's going on, people? It's Eman G45. I'm in the visuals today.
You back?
Last week, you know what? I need to. When I have the finances, I'll probably buy another camera. But right now, just the two cameras. But yeah. Anyways, it's Eman G45. The G solid my name. The 45 silent.
Come on.
Skin against Chibokwe.
Yes, sir.
The Prince of the East. Tip for Haeems. Black Mamba Dove. Chiayam.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome
God bless you
indeed.
guys. I worship the proper God. All your other gods are fake. Bun them. You know what I'm saying?
What's your beef at the minute with other gods?
They're all trash. All of them are trash.
I mean,
They got people believing in, you know what, let's not get into it.
Do you guys think you can dance?
ooh, that is a good. Yes,
No.
but in what context?
So I went to a party last week
Oh my gosh.
in South London.
Is this what I sound like?
It's
amazing.
Chris,
And basically there's this guy that I work with. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
He's from like Australia. Shouts out to Adam. Great guy. But he's got like a very like eclectic random group of people that he lives with. They're all like dancers and they dance professionally, right?
yeah.
So he was like, yeah, come to my 30th party. Like, it's going to be great. They're all going to be a bunch of dancers there. It's going to be lit. It's like, all right, cool. So, I mean, I don't see myself as a dancer myself. I know I can, like, do a 1-2 step and I can do, like, rehearsed dances here and there. You know, the stuff that we grew up on.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't necessarily call myself a dancer. So I pulled up to this party. Bro, the way these guys were bachating, yeah, I said, yeah, I can't dance still.
No, but that's different. Like, I
can't explain to you what I was seeing. Like any tune that was played, they could just do the dance.
What you mean?
So if they were playing like anything from like that, you know, that Brazilian music that's really like popular right now, the paqueta, that dance, instead of all of that. Then once I Just Wanna Rock came on, they're just doing it effortlessly.
What? Are they black?
From everywhere. Like some of them were black, some of them were white, some of them were like probably Hispanic.
Oh,
Like, they're all
okay.
just from like different corners of the world. Some of them like of different like sexual orientations as well. They were all just like just doing up, and I was just there like I pride myself as a man who has rhythm and I can dance, but it made me question if I can actually dance when I was watching them.
Yeah,
do what they were
that's
doing.
different though. Because that sound. Do they professionally go to like dance classes and this is their shit, or is it like that's just what they're on? Because if that's just what they're on, that's pretty impressive.
No, that's like they do it for a living, so it's different.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to that's like saying, oh, I played 5-a-side with a professional footballer.
That's what it felt like though. Like I went there and I was like, oh wow,
That is crazy.
these lot can throw down.
But being able to go through different genres as well, because I thought you was going to be like, because listen, someone might be able to do ballet, but if I throw them in the middle of the dance floor, I think that's going to be a different experience. Like they're not going to be able to hack it. Do you know what I mean?
My thing is, can I dance? It's very easy for me to see movement and mimic and then move forward. Like if I see it once or twice, it's very easy for me to pick up and then dance.
Yeah.
It's like when I see these people doing like the whole studio setup and whatever, I'm not saying it's not hard for me to grasp, but I know that I can do it. When it comes to like the normal dances and stuff like that, like like the African dances that are currently going on, more so the piano dance moves, this and that. They're not hard to grasp. Well, for me, they're not hard to grasp. Yeah. I think if you can do a 2-step, you can do anything. If you really want to progress.
That's what I thought until I saw what I saw.
But I'm not trying to keep up with them, man. You're talking about bachata.
I was like, wow.
Like
my body can't do that.
I think I've done salsa one time. So I know it. I know what it looks like. It's cool. Ballroom dancing, I could probably look at it a couple of times and then just be like, okay, this is what they do. This is what I saw in the film. Mimic it and then work on it. I know I can do that. But in terms of just this microphone is really great. Like,
I want to hear myself, but
hearing yourself 3D. You can borrow this one. I mean, not borrow. You can use it.
As long as it's not in the way.
Nah,
but
I don't think so.
No, I can dance. It's especially when it comes to whining. Like I know I could dance. For fact.
Secure the wine.
Pick up the gal.
Yeah, have to.
Mid dance floor.
Get it.
Mid what?
Yeah, bro, I'll do that.
Nah,
but then again, like sometimes I'm reminded of the time frame that we're in. So you might think this is the dance move and whatever the case is, but then you have to realize what the younger people are doing and what they're bringing forward.
What do you mean?
So, like, for example, last year I was at a wedding and I was just seeing my different dance moves. I'm not
getting sturdy. That's one thing I refuse to learn.
Nah, sturdy is only for kids. I'm talking about people who are like younger than us.
Okay, so what are you saying? What are they into? Because I'll do that.
It takes time. It takes time, but like you would know as an indicator like where your age is, and like you don't really want to be 50. I'm
definitely getting into spaces where I'm like, okay, I'm getting old, as in. Barcelona was as great a holiday as it was a real wake up call.
Is it?
I can't. The clubbing done.
You're done.
I'm done.
You put you're holding your.
You know how Homelander says, "I'm done."
I'm done.
That's
put your jersey in the rafters. Yeah.
For real, it's over.
Yeah,
I'll go.
You should. I mean, of course, I can't tell you to go back in time and do it when you're young, but you need to do it when you're young.
Yeah, no, but I've experienced all of it.
Yeah.
So what I've experienced, I'm very happy with. But it's to your point, like when you see youngers doing things, there's certain things that they're doing that I'm just not gonna engage in, or certain moves that, listen, I'm not. Everything feels like it's got so many steps now. You know, whenever one of their dances go viral, for us it was simple. You know, snap your fingers. You could do it all by yourself. You really could do it all by yourself.
Yeah.
Now these men are adding in.
It's way more choreographed. Yeah.
Like, who do you think you are?
Choreographed, yeah.
Choreographed,
Blue Ivy, when Homegirl says, "This is my kinfolk," get to fuck.
Listen, it's just different age, isn't it? And what out of curiosity, what moment was it where you're in the dance where you're like, in Barcelona where you're like, I can't do this?
To be fair, it's not a fair test, but it was a straw that broke the camel's back, because they go out at 2, so you can't step outside till 2, and by that point you've had a long day, you've done a lot of sightseeing. I'm knackered, but I wanna be able to make it out, so I do make it out, and I'm just looking around and I'm like, this ain't it. It's like, it's just old man shit. Like, it's loud in here. It's like people are stepping on my feet. Give me some space, because now when I don't have space, I get like angry. I'm like, I literally push someone because they were moved like, brother, you can see me here. I know you can see me, so I don't care if you're intoxicated. I think on top of that, I've also stopped drinking.
Yeah,
I'm demons. The thing is, I don't want people to get confused. I still enjoy going out. I just think when that going out looks different now. So, for example, a friend's got their birthday. Huh?
You see it from a lens.
Yeah. Now, going out is like, it's not so, because I can be around drunk people, and that's something I've tried to tell people. Like, don't stop drinking, because I'm not. But you see the things that it's just jarring.
No, you know what? I differentiate it. I would say, like, people have caught a wave and people like they're having a good time. When you're drunk, it's when you're just beyond.
I hear it.
Yeah, that's how I always see it.
Yeah,
so,
very well said.
So like in terms of being around people who are waved, I don't mind because
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna have a conversation, whatever bust two joke. That's it.
Yeah.
When you are drunk, it's like
You're a drunkard.
You are a drunkard.
Yeah, no, I hear it, and it's you're right. That's when it gets tough. But on the whole, it was a great holiday, and I still like the art of going out. So, for example, I've got a friend's birthday today, but that's at their house. That's a more chilled environment.
Yeah.
I feel I can slip off when I need to as well. So I'm not like dictated, because you know, if you go out with people, you kind of have to stay out till they want to leave, sort of thing. So yeah, there's a lot I'm learning about myself and what I don't like, and yeah, old man shit for real.
No, I hear you, bro. I think I'm at that point too. I'll go out for occasions, 100%, but off my own back, man, at yard, man.
I hear it. Especially, listen, if I just bought something to live in, I'm staying in that place.
Bro, I'm creating a fort right now. When you man pull up, you guys are gonna be gassed. I want it to be as cozy as possible.
Nah, I hear that.
How does it feel though?
It feels good.
Actually,
man.
to be fair, you've been in an apartment, so it doesn't
it's not like. It's just nicer because you know it belongs to you. So
have you been able to personalize this one a bit more? I mean, not that your other apartment wasn't, but what's the?
I haven't finished yet, but yeah, for sure. I've personalized it, so it's more cozy to me.
What's left for you? Are you? Would you say 95% done as far as what you need it to be like? Or are you gonna change something about it?
I really want to do the hallway. What do you want to
do to repaint it? Put some stuff up? What?
No, there's a massive mirror. I want to buy 180 by 100 centimeter mirror,
Okay.
and then just make something of it. Because there's two places that I have mirrors. That's in my bedroom, which is the wardrobe mirror, and then there is the bathroom. Now, I don't like wearing shoes on the carpet. So having it in the hallway is brilliant, because people can go there and do whatever the case is. And then also have like a few paintings or like DIY projects that I want to do. Because I have DIY projects. It's just that now I'm in a better place personally. I can put some stuff up. But yeah. And then also for like the second room, which is more of a study, I want to put I would like to put some paintings there, because if someone comes and stays there, I don't want it to be like super personalized to me. I want them to feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So that's one thing I've had to look at from a perspective. I have to think about other people as well. More so myself, but more so like other people. And then the worst thing about it is that if a girl does come through, I know for a fact my mum said, yeah, she's gonna come here and change everything. And it's more than likely to happen. But for right now, I've just kept it simple and basic, where I know I can just change anything I want, and it's very simple. Yeah. So, yeah. I would say I'm 80% done, but I'm taking my time with it.
Who had, to Eman's point, who had creative control?
Who'd you think?
Who'd you think?
I'm the fall guy. She's the brains of the operation.
Oh, yo, shout out to Maroney one time.
Maroney, he's the fall guy. Listen, bro, I'm just here for the vibes, bro.
For real? No, I respect it.
I'm just here to say yes or no, because to be honest with you,
and more time, what are you gonna say no to? Really?
Honestly, like there's some things obviously I'm trying to get my way, and to answer the same question Eman answered, I think we're about 80% there.
Oh, well done.
High. But like the last bit is more like, which I don't really count, it's more like structural kind of changes, where she wants to redo the kitchen and the bathrooms, but I think that's not going to happen for a while, because we need to get the money back up. But as far as everything else concerned, the only thing missing really and truly is the sofa, because we're going to get rid of the sofa we have now and put a new one in. Yeah. But everything else is just like, is more or less there. Just got to put like stuff up on the wall, buy some decoration. So yeah, it's cozy, and I think one thing you want to do when you move somewhere is you want to make it more like your own home. And to that point, the last place we were at, it was kind of you could tell it was rented, because we didn't really do anything to the actual place. Whereas as soon as we moved in here, we painted. Did
you paint yourself?
Yeah, we painted ourselves, bro.
Fucking
Oh
hell.
yeah, it's like $5 for a painter.
Yeah, so we
5-6 bills for a painter.
So we saved a lot of money because we only spent like 100 quid on like all the paint stuff. Took a lot of time, but it was worth it in the end.
What was the paint selection?
The main paint was called Egyptian cotton,
Yeah.
which is like kind of like a softy cream color, grey cream
They
color.
just be making shit up when they name these colours.
I know, right?
The fuck is an Egyptian
I
cotton?
know.
Listen, there are so many variations of
crazy.
grey, so many
crazy.
variations of white. Bruh.
It's impressive what they're able to do, but the names they just be giving shit is
Yeah, I
dumb.
don't really get where they get Egyptian from it, but I guess maybe it's because it's kind of creamy-ish.
Like there's
colour.
green, there's fjord,
Yeah.
then there's emerald.
Yeah, no, I hear it. I mean, obviously there's different shades, but it's just when it's like sometimes do you know what? Females are very good at this. Like they were like, it's just white. Like no, it's this sort of white. I'm like, I have at it, but listen,
Yeah.
I've got eyes. You know.
And that's why she has creative control. Because I just let her crack at it. And it's coming together good. So when you man pull up the next few weeks, she'll be like, "Oh no, I see what she was trying to do here." So
No,
Yeah,
can't wait to
that's,
see
that's,
it.
That's what my mom was like. So like for me, it wasn't because me. I wanted to just make it look like whatever, like my spot. This is my spot.
Yeah.
But then it's a case of if anything can happen or anything can change. Some places, some things can get shifted out. And once that happens, then it is what it is.
Yeah, you definitely want it to have some personality, not like the place that Kim and Kanye were living in before they. It should look like a tapestry.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's what I wanted.
I
But
know.
then more
I mean,
so-
how about it? That's their business. But like,
Yeah.
but I was like, it looks creepy. And they have kids in there. Like, just I don't know.
But the kids are they grew up in that.
Maybe
So
that's.
if you bring a random kid here, it'll be like, what the hell is this? I hear scary and stuff.
Yeah. To me, it was just odd. But listen, again, they can do whatever they want. I guess it was just a weird design choice.
Yeah.
But I guess a lot has happened in the world recently. Well, I don't know.
What's
A lot.
going on?
Actually, no, a lot has happened. They recently sentenced Lucy Letby. Absolute devil. The way they reported that as well has just been disgusting. I can't believe the BBC news presenter thought to say this is not what you expect Britain's most prolific baby killer to look like. It is.
What the fuck is it supposed to look like?
Oh,
No,
right.
well, the three most prolific baby killers have all been
White women?
YT women.
Listen, bro. If I speak, I'll be in trouble. And
Hey, listen, it's ridiculous. It's like, I don't know what the lady expected us to say. Black people ain't in that shit.
Yeah,
I'm
remember
sorry.
what I said off the pod? On this place, I'm tame. Yeah, let me be tame.
Listen. I mean, there's a way we'll discuss this, but it's just the way this country reports stuff is just ridiculous, man.
You know what I can say? So, shout outs to Israel. Congratulations to Israel, firstly, because he's now a doctor.
Shouts out to you,
For
bro.
real.
But when he was working, it was like, bro, some people are just stressed out, and some people are doing whatever they're doing with this, and that, and some people are just they're not taking pride in their job.
Yeah.
So I think the NHS, we as individuals are very privileged to have the NHS
100%.
because the pharmaceutical and health industry in the United States is madness. I watched a video where the guy basically explains, it's Patrick David, but he was explaining that you can go to a hospital in Newham. Let's say this is the United States. You can go to a hospital in Newham, and you can go to a hospital in Ilford. Ilford might charge you £5 to remove a bullet out your leg, but in Newham, they charge you 1,500 because they can.
Yeah.
Now that's that. But when it comes to the situation here in the UK,
Yep.
it's more so a case of everybody's stressed and they're underfunded to a certain degree. Now, it's not staff is underfunded. Well, sorry, the staff is underpaid. Everybody knows they're underpaid. The only issue is that the distribution of funding isn't it's not distributing. The money is not moneying. Basically, that's what it is. So then you have people who are disgruntled, and then you have employees that are just not willing to work to the best of their ability to do what they want to do. So then you have some people who are just like, oh, I can't be bothered to do this. I can't be bothered to do that. And then when it gets flagged up, it's like, well, we're understaffed anyway, so you're gonna have to just stick it through, like any other job. But this is proper. This is about saving lives. With this woman, she's a seed of Satan.
Has to be.
Like nah. And then also with like the 5 times more campaign about black women and this and that. This is only a type of behavior where she's just going specifically to any type of child. There's a 5 times more likely where there is also nurses who just don't give a damn about people of color. I'm not trying to steer it away, but in general, it's mad.
She's just on, she's just on everything, isn't it? She's just
she think like crazy. So they had triplets. Crazy. She killed 2 of the 3.
I was like, as a parent, like, what do you do when you get that news?
Like, there's so much to this story. The fact that she wasn't
at the court in court.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Fam, you're hearing your sentence. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
like,
you have to be here.
What are we talking about? That she can
100 years?
Huh?
How many years?
She will die in prison. So that's for certain. But
my thing is that there were so many things in place to make sure she should have been stopped by child number 2. Not even child number 2. By child number 1, she should have lost her job.
100.
Because after an investigation,
I don't know if child number 1, but like, because they'll say mistakes can happen, but definitely if there's a track record of babies that you're involved in, I've got to look at this. Homeboy who came out and said, the doctor who came out was of South Asian descent. You know, they fucked him over because they told him to apologize to her for even suggesting that this is what she's doing. But he's like, bro, look at the evidence. She's involved in this number of babies that have died. At least let's look at the facts. But and they even told him, if you take this to the police, it will have devastating effects on.
That's the thing. That is the real problem. Like no one is holding themselves accountable. And I know that the NHS, they're not doing as much as they can. They're only doing what they can do.
Everybody involved has to be fired.
Actually, not even what they can do. They're just doing what they have to.
But I just don't see how this can go on for so long. Like, she has ruined lives and she's preyed on the most vulnerable people in humanity. Babies who can't defend themselves. Newborns as well.
And it's like the fact.
I'm not even trying to
I've met people like this, not people who are going to kill people, but the level of entitlement to just be dismissive and just ignore everything around you and then just be like, oh, whatever. Like, I've seen it before, and it's like 3, there's triplets, and then you take 2. Nah.
That's insane numbers to put up. That's crazy.
Underneath the jail, bro.
Nah, for real. Because what even is that?
It's so crazy.
I don't understand.
Sickening. Honestly, that's the only word I can use to explain it. It's absolutely sickening. And you're right. The way the news go about reporting
it's the presenting of this information as well.
And
yeah.
I've noticed like there's patterns of the way the news report things, and I've been at home all week and. Sometimes I just leave the news on and it's crazy. So you know how Notting Hill Festival was this weekend?
They still doing the I'm gonna get stabbed there thing.
Well, I don't want to be insensitive because basically what I saw was somebody did get stabbed there last year and there's an ongoing investigation as to who did it because they didn't catch who the actual guy was who committed the act. But I just feel like, and I know it's been a year on, and I know it's in context to it coming up this weekend, but I just feel like the timing is so crazy that that's the headline that you're going with leading into it. Like, it's just the news are so selective as to what they want to show.
Yeah.
Do you see
because
my point?
Just give the event about, like...
It makes it even more, like, paranoia and, like...
Because it's not that, like, I mean, except for the... sheer amount of people that was there, it's a wonderful day, it's a wonderful time, it's a celebration of Caribbean culture that as it should be. I'm not even too crazy on like Afro beats and Amapiano having floats. I think the Caribbean should have that day for themselves. That's their thing. But focusing on the knife crime aspect to it and not the beautifulness of the event just gives it a bad name. When you speak about festivals that white people attend or that has a majority white crowd, you never speak about the overdosing or the intake of drugs that are done at these events. None of that's mentioned. But you want to talk about knife crime when it comes to Notting Hill Carnival, when it's just so much more than that. And 90% of the people that go Notting Hill aren't on badness anyway.
And that's the thing. It's just this woman she's not done it one time. She's done it several times.
100. And we don't even know.
She's killed two. Yeah,
number might be higher. Is what they're saying.
It might be extreme. Yeah. So she's done all of this. She's very entitled in her mind, and she thinks she's okay. She's all right. She's fine. Yeah. Then the fact you don't want to show any remorse. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to see nothing. Because I just don't feel like it.
They should done her off, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. They should done her off.
For real.
I don't even want to be that guy to say
she needs Christ, bro.
What annoys me more is I feel like they now know that this shit vexes us, because the pictures they're using for her, where they're making her look like she's sweet, she was angelic, like the white English rose. Brother, show her mugshot ASAP. This is what they do when a certain demographic does something heinous. They'll be like, man kills himself and his 3 kids, and it's them on a holiday. Get the fuck! Get him where he looks his worst. If it was me,
them in Buntons, it's crazy.
Who?
They're in Buntons.
That's
having the time of their life. If it's me,
it's almost,
you know how dark I am. Straight. Let's get that mugshot.
Yeah, no, because it's very similar with the situation with I want to say it's recent. So basically, the person who stabbed the politician in Southend, they showed his face right away. But the person who attacked the mosque in Finsbury Park, they hid his face for time. Now, I can understand from an aspect of like, okay, this is the news. You want to protect the person.
Was that person white by?
Yeah, it's like you want to protect the person to a certain extent and to a certain degree until the investigation is actually fully done.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're willing to just say, oh, it was that person and this person
immediately,
did it, let's get him now. It's like,
I know that man did it live on cam, so that this doesn't necessarily support my point. But when they killed homeboy outside Lee Rigby,
yeah,
their faces plastered everywhere immediately, and there's none of that angle of, oh, I can't believe these guys are, because they are. I still think, obviously, throw them man on the jail as well, but these guys are so lost, and they've been indoctrined into this extreme way of thinking. There's none of that sympathy. The reporting on this is what has been the craziest part to me.
That was a double barrel as well, because it was Islamophobia and blacks. So
they were ready to, they were jump.
Yeah.
We got one, boys.
Yeah.
Headlines going crazy.
So I think it's really a combination. It was like, how can we really spin peas? Like, how can we spin
of course, yeah.
So if I'm gonna say that this absolute individual is a demon, no, like I think people already know that, but so then they I don't know, bro.
And it's terrible because they want this shit in a news cycle for long enough. They need people like us to have this conversation and be like, I hate the way that this is reported, but at this point now, I really do, because this shit is bait. There is that BBC presenter should at least, maybe not fired, but she has to take a long, hard look at herself to start your report by saying, this is not what you think Britain's most prolific serial killer looks like. I showed the thing to Lauren. Lauren said, this is exactly what I think she looks like. You got him.
Yeah.
And history supports that this is what the England's most prolific baby killer would look like. So stop trying to draw us out with your bait and obvious,
Actually, no, I can't understand.
Reporting. What do you mean?
I can't understand, because she looks like majority of the people in the country.
But history suggests this. All 3 of England's top baby killers have been white female nurses. So if you want to go by the law of averages, it's her, bro. And I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
The math checks out.
For sure.
Auntie, who's a great midwife, she ain't doing this. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
And it's the simple. You know what? Because the thing is, if the NHS really starts to take accountability, I think what would happen is
The bomb would fall out.
You would see the amount of staff diminish fairly quickly, because there's a whole lot of things going on in the NHS that haven't really been talked about and haven't really been pushed forward, especially when it comes to, like, for example, black health. I know, like, I'm speaking about black health and it's still part of the NHS.
Yeah.
But, you know, for example, people who are sickle cell patients, black women who are pregnant, then we have to go into just emergency A&E, like how long you might get served. You might be bro, you might have a cut in your hand and you're bleeding. Next thing, you start turning pale. Your surgery is going to be in 4 hours. All I have to do is put pressure. I'm there. I'm cold. I'm going.
The thing is with black health as well is because they never wanted to, they never took the time to understand black health. I'm a great example of this. The reason they missed my heart condition for so long is because they didn't know what lack of oxygen in the human body and the black body looks like. So, for example, if I'd been white, I would have been like a really bluey colour because I'm not getting enough oxygen. They missed that.
Blue Demz.
Blue Demz.
Jesus Christ. That's so bad.
That's the name of the episode. Blue Demz is crazy.
but to get onto your point as well, yeah.
Oh my God.
Even my dad.
That's crazy.
My dad, like, he snores. And he was basically telling, like, he called up the doctor. He said, yeah, like, I think I have a problem with my snoring. It's like, no, that's just, you know, it's
normal.
So then he called up again. He said, I think I have a problem with snoring because it's not really working out and this and that and that. Oh, it's a problem. Don't worry. It's all good. It's like, do you know how many friends I know that have died from sleep apnea?
Oh, word.
That's what he said. The next day they had tests running on him right away. So it's when you mention something,
you have to push.
You have to push it.
See, I guess that's the balance that we take is because you're not paying for a service, they're not gonna be quick on it, if that makes sense. If you're giving them, if the second in the States, I reckon the second you call them, they're like, "What can we do for you, sir? When do you want your appointment? Where do you want your appointment?
So when that bill lands,
damn near, how do you want your appointtment? You know?
Yeah.
Whereas because
true.
we're not paying, there's like, I mean, we'll see when we can
be alright. You tough, right?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Fam, the way I be like, if I called to go to the GP, because I try to. Even if I feel a little niggle, I try to just try to get ahead of it, make sure it's okay. But I always make it sound 10 times worse.
Yeah, you have to.
Just so that they'll see me. Because if you just say, "Oh, I've got a headache," they're like, "All right, we can tell you here from the reception. Just take some ibuprofen, and then if you still feel the same, call us again." I've heard of people whereby they've had a headache and they've literally died. So
Crazy.
Yeah.
You just saying have an ibuprofen.
Even a cousin of mine, he died of cancer, but he was young. It was his birthday recently. But he died too young. He was 23 at the time. And it was like he went to the doctors. He said, "Listen, I got a cold. Like it's really annoying me. It's just a common cold." Cool. Fast forward a couple weeks later, common cold. Another few weeks later,
no way.
Cold. Christmas, he was calm. Then the day after Christmas, he just got worse. Then he went to the doctors. He said, it should be fine. You're probably just ill. Come back. Collapsed in the hospital. They did test on him. They said, yeah, you only got a couple weeks to live.
Fuck off.
Yeah, gone.
Crazy, man.
Gone. So, and then even with that alone, I mean, there's a whole heap of problems and a whole heap. The NHS needs a reboot and a revamp in a way that is going to benefit the people of today and the people of tomorrow. Yeah, it's just that right now, it's just that
I don't even mind necessarily.
There is no incentive for me to go and become a doctor.
I don't even know if it's necessarily more. I think it needs more money. I don't mind, not necessarily the privatization.
Privatization.
Yeah, I don't necessarily having this conversation, I don't necessarily think it's a bad idea. It's how you make that look. Other countries have got it quite good. Like Australia, you do pay a bit towards it, to the services. It's nowhere near. I think America's just got it wrong. Like,
1,000%.
yeah,
1,000%.
Certain countries have it whereby you do have to pay towards that service, and what happens by doing that, it's obviously subsidized by the government, but by people paying a little bit, the service obviously increases because it's got more money. They're more able to, and as you said, if the NHS had more money, they could probably make it look more attractive to people to become doctors. At the moment, there's probably a lack of people wanting to do it because they're seeing, I'm gonna have to work these crazy hours, I'm gonna be underpaid, I'm gonna have to deal with rude people.
I want
no parts in that.
Not only that, it's more incentivizing other nations. That's why Rishi Sunak basically said, like, listen, if you've got a skill set, or if you're within
this remit, that man saying you can become a doctor.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you can become a doctor, but if you have a certain skill set, or you've been within these universities with this sort of education, come through. We'll find something for you, and that's it. Boom. Because they need great talent in this country.
I could be a GP. Sure. I'm not gonna lie. That's a 9 to 5 as well. I don't have to work weekends. I can still do what I'm doing. Listen. Call me Rishi.
Call me.
Yeah.
Brother boy, call me.
But yeah.
Oh man. I wonder if Brother boy ever called that guy. No chance.
No, but I mean, all in all, I just feel like a lot of money needs to be put back into the NHS just to improve it, to improve the services.
Yeah.
I think really just to improve the state of mind for a lot of people, because not everybody is crazy like this woman.
No.
However, it's very easy to make a mistake when you're mentally not in that mode.
Well, I see what your point is. Yeah, I get you now. As in, people might not actually be looking at her or checking for the shit because they're not as incentivized to, because they just don't care. Like, thank God that South Asian doctor did care, but there might be, because there's no incentive, or they're not underpaid, or they just don't care about their work as much, they're not looking at these signs that might have clearly been there. Because say, for example, if I'm not part of that organization, I might have stepped in and been like, yo, what the fuck's going on here? Like, are you man seeing these numbers that you're just ignoring? But that's because I've got an outside look. I'm not as bored or stressed out as they are.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. It's just the NHS needs a reboot and it needs a revamp, but more so it's a case where everybody needs to be held accountable so that things like this can be prevented, and more so more people in the NHS and just outside of the NHS can learn and really push forward in education where it's for the patient. Because if it's for themselves, we have situations like this. Yeah. And it's not just, this is just one case. There's several different cases where vulnerable people are being taken advantage of. Like there's people who are in a vegetated state and they're pregnant. It's like, how can you be pregnant in a vegetated state? Well, some people like to fondle with then all of a sudden you're pregnant.
No, it's terrible. Whatever's going on, we just need to see the levels and standards raised. But yeah, Lucy Letby, put her under the prison, man. Under the jail.
Yeah, facts.
She needs Christ.
What was I gonna say? So Blue Beetle came out this weekend, or last weekend maybe, to the tune of 24 million. No, I've not seen it. I'm intrigued to. I think I might go see it today, because I've not got a lot on in the day.
Has it got good reviews?
It looks fine. Like, I'm sure it's going to be serviceable.
Apparently, it's an exact copy of Ant-Man. The first one, yeah. But still,
I mean, that's a good film to copy.
Yeah.
Say what you want about the other two Ant-Man films. The first one is really good.
And this is definitively the first movie of the new DC.
He shouldn't have said that. I don't know why he put himself in this hole. Like, it was fine. Just let it have just been part of the old regime. And because I don't think he's realistically going to bring this character back. It's the lowest opening of a DC film. Cost him 100 million to make. It's not. I don't see it making its money back. I was confused by them making it anyway. Like, it didn't make sense to me as something that they needed to make or should make. So
I think it's to draw in a younger crowd.
Well, it didn't do that, and it weren't gonna do that. Maybe they wanted to bring in the Latinos, which, you know what, fair play, representation matters, and I'm all here for it. I think it's high time that they've had a character that they can relate to and gravitate towards. But yeah, I think when you do representation,
Namora wasn't good enough.
Who?
Namora, when he was beating up the niggas.
I knew you was gonna say it.
That's a
man was hot stepping all over Wakanda, you know.
That was crazy. He lit that place up.
That was one of the best
like a Christmas
segments in the MCU, you know.
100%.
He slapped them up still.
For real. When M'Baku hit him over the back of the head,
That migraine.
put a hole in his chest, boy.
He got asthma instantly.
I don't know how M'Baku survived that. Is on M'Baku's chest vibranium, you think?
Nah,
The
he
thing
doesn't.
he broke through.
Nah, he doesn't use vibranium.
I don't know how it survived.
That tribe doesn't use vibranium.
His
at
chest
all.
must have
Yeah,
crumbled.
for real.
Listen, I'll watch it when it's live on the.
Well, it was
the
supposed to
streams.
be. It was supposed to be a HBO Max exclusive.
I've just lost all faith in DC, so I haven't watched any of DC stuff in a while.
You know what,
I watched The
that
Flash, and I was actually okay, but I've not watched anything in a while. So I was this close to watching it over Oppenheimer yesterday. But
What, Blue Beetle?
This close.
Why? Why?
I was going with a mate, and he suggested that we watch it because I don't know. We were supposed to watch Oppenheimer for ages, but it was going to be out of cinemas.
Yeah.
So we went into cinemas to see what was there, and Oppenheimer and Blue Beetle was there. We initially thought we watched Blue Beetle because Oppenheimer was out of cinema.
Yeah.
But Oppenheimer was there, so like, no, we're definitely watching Oppenheimer.
No, of course. I have to see that.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Blue Beetle, we'll see.
Agreed. I'm just interested to see what the state of DC ends up looking like in the next few.
It needs to go back to. I don't know, man. Because right now we're on older generation.
Yeah.
But I would say it would best be suited for it to go back into animated.
No, I don't think it needs to do that. It just needs to go back to basics. Make films about your most popular characters. Who the fuck is a Blue Beetle? Like,
yeah,
they need to diversify though, because Ant-Man wasn't really popular.
No, I hear what you're saying, but
Like
they've not even made their main characters work.
I think when we were probably on the podcast and you said, yeah, go watch Ant-Man. I'm like, bro, I'm not watching no Ant-Man. What am I going to do with Ant-Man? Then I watch it. I'm like, oh, this is actually a decent film.
I hear what they do need to diversify their portfolio.
Yeah.
Yes. But there's no point doing that. The reason Marvel earned the right to make Ant-Man is because they made their three main characters work in Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man. If they don't do that, there's no Iron Man film. I mean, there's no Ant-Man film. So what DC needs to do is they need to get a good Superman film, a good Batman film, and a good Wonder Woman film. If they can get those three characters off the ground, they'll be in a very good position to then start launching other characters. But doing this now isn't that releasing Blue Beetle now makes no sense.
Yeah, I hear it still.
Yeah.
Let's see where it lands.
Yeah.
I think James Gunn is a talented man.
Oh, 100%.
We'll see what he cooks up. But
You don't make those three Guardians of the Galaxy and not be.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I want to see DC succeed. I think the reason why it's the reason why we've lost Marvel, because no competition. This is what happens when you don't have any.
That's a great valid point. Right there. Hit the
I'm
nail
trying
on the bloody head.
But yeah, I think if you have no competition, this is what happens, and this is what we're seeing. I think there's so many things as to why anything superhero related isn't necessarily working currently, but I think that's definitely a major reason. But we're here now, so yeah. I'll give a review of Blue Beetle if I do end up seeing it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What do you
on
think
that
about Daniel Dubois and Usyk? That's tonight. So you're probably watching this
I think Usyk will
2
win.
weeks afterwards.
I think Usyk will win.
I don't know because
Dubois has one option. He has to get him out there in 6 or 7 rounds.
but I think he can.
It's not that he can't. I know
Because
he can,
he's
but-
young. I know the fact that he has the energy to do it. He has the stomach to actually go out there and really do what Anti Joshua failed to do. The only thing is, Derek Chisora was great at what he did, but he's old.
I guess.
Whereas Daniel Dubois, not to say that it's a combination of both, but he I think he can really successfully do it.
Perhaps
he can, but I don't think.
I think Usyk is just he's technically good enough to hang in there for long.
He's
enough.
OP.
Do you know what I mean? He's technically good enough to stay. And if he gets to round 7 or 8, I just don't see Dubois having enough to keep him.
No
going.
way.
He basically just that's my idea. If he gets him out of the paint in the first 6 rounds, then that's cash money. But it's easier said than done, isn't it? So we'll see. I'm hoping to catch it tonight. It's gonna be. Hopefully it's on late because I don't think I'll be in until late. But I want to watch it.
Yeah,
boxing is in a fascinating place.
For real.
Yeah, it's a very fascinating place, but you know.
All right, Made in Chafford podcast. Nearly did it again. Music. Drop your choices.
I'm gonna pick a song by K1 called 5 More. She's been teasing it for a while, but yeah, it's really cold.
We love that.
That's what it's supposed to be.
5 more.
I don't know. I don't think this is in it.
I don't know how to pronounce this.
Is Trojan Horse in Trojan Horse by Dave and Central C?
That's such a good song.
Yeah, no, they went crazy.
I don't know how to pronounce the song, but one of the artists is Alex Jean. This is a Christian song, and it's Love Like That. Really great song. I was surprised because the thing is, in terms of Christian music, I don't really listen to it. Because I just feel that personally, there are some Christian songs, like for example hymns, that I really enjoy because it's straight to the point and it's saying exactly what it says on the song. But then there are other songs where it's just like, you're only doing this for vibes. And it's not really for God, but it's mainly just for yourself and vibes. So, but this song, really enjoyed. So yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Made in Chafford podcast, episode 206. We did it.
We out.
We out.
Bye.